everyone. Welcome to English Flow Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm William, and we are so truly glad you are here with us today.
Let me start with something that happens to almost every English learner. You want to say, I came here to learn, or I came here for learning, and you stop, and you think, which one sounds right? Are they both correct? Is there even a difference?
Or maybe someone says, I bought this gift to you, and a native speaker gently says, you mean for you, and you smile and nod, but inside you are wondering, why? What exactly is the rule?
To and for, two of the most common words in the English language, used dozens of times every single day, and yet they trip people up constantly.
Because they both connect ideas, they both show a kind of relationship between things, but the relationship each one shows, that is completely different.
And today, we're going to make that difference so clear, so natural, so simple, that you will start feeling it in every sentence without even trying.
No heavy grammar, no confusing charts, just the feeling behind each word, the life inside each one.
By the end of this episode, to and for will feel like two clear, distinct tools, and you will know exactly which one to reach for in every situation.
If you are new here, welcome to English Flow Podcast. We make English feel like a conversation, not a classroom. Subscribe right now so you never miss an episode.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's flow. Before we get into examples, let's do what we always do first. Let's feel the difference, because once you feel it, everything else becomes logical.
Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you are walking. You have a destination, a direction, a place you are heading toward. Every step has a purpose, to get somewhere.
That feeling of movement, of direction, of purpose aimed at a specific action or destination, that is to.
Now, keep your eyes closed. Imagine you are holding something in your hands, a gift wrapped beautifully, or a plate of food you made, or simply your time and your energy. You are offering it. You are giving it. It belongs to someone or something.
That feeling of giving, of belonging, of benefit flowing toward someone or something, that is for.
And did you feel the shift, even before any explanation?
To is movement, direction, action aimed at a destination or a verb, something to do.
For is giving, purpose, benefit, something that belongs to someone or serves a purpose.
To points toward a verb, an action, or toward a destination.
For points toward a noun, a person, a thing, a reason, a benefit.
Moving toward an action, to. Giving toward a person or purpose, for.
That feeling, movement toward action versus giving toward benefit, that is the heart of everything we are going to explore today.
Let's go deeper, starting with to.
Let's start with to. And the first thing I want to say, to loves verbs. To is almost always followed by a verb in its base form, and together they create what we call an infinitive.
To learn, to grow, to speak, to understand, to become, to try.
And this is the most important use of to, showing the purpose or intention behind an action, why you did something, what you are trying to achieve.
I went to the library to study. Why did you go? To study. The purpose is an action, a verb, to study.
She called to apologize. Why did she call? To apologize. The purpose is an action, a verb, to apologize.
He works hard to provide for his family. Why does he work hard? To provide. The purpose is an action, a verb, to provide.
In every one of those, To is connecting an action to its purpose, and that purpose is always expressed as a verb.
I study English to improve my confidence. To improve, a verb, the action I am aiming toward.
She exercises every morning to feel energized. To feel, a verb, the action she is aiming toward.
We saved money to travel the world. To travel, a verb, the action they were aiming toward.
When the answer to why is an action, use to. I did this to do that. The second thing is always a verb.
Now, to also shows physical direction and destination, movement toward a place.
I am going to the office. Moving toward a place. To the office.
She walked to the door. Direction, to the door.
We drove to the coast last weekend. Movement, destination. To the coast.
To is the word that carries you somewhere, physically, or toward an action.
And there's something else to does beautifully. It connects people in giving and communicating. The person who receives something after give, send, say, explain, show.
I gave the book to her. She is the recipient. To her.
She sent a message to his manager. The manager receives. To his manager.
He explained everything to me. I received the explanation. To me.
Please show this to the doctor. The doctor receives it. To the doctor.
Give to, send to, say to, explain to, show to, talk to, write to. All of these connect the giver to the receiver using to.
To is the bridge, the direction, the arrow pointing from one thing to another, toward an action, a place, or a person receiving something.
To moves, to directs, to points. Now let's talk about for. And the feeling of for, as we said at the beginning, is giving, belonging, benefit, purpose toward a noun.
For is almost always followed by a noun or a noun phrase, a person, a thing, an idea, a duration of time.
And the first and most important use of for, showing who benefits, who something is intended for, who it belongs to.
I bought this gift for you. You are the person who benefits, who receives, who this is intended for you.
She made soup for her neighbor. The neighbor benefits, for her neighbor.
He works for his family. His family is who benefits, who he is doing it for his family.
In all of these, for is pointing toward the beneficiary, the person or thing that gains from the action.
And this is such an important contrast with to. I gave the book to her. She physically receives it. I bought the book for her. It is intended for her benefit. She might not have it yet, but she is the purpose.
To, the actual transfer, the physical giving. For, the intention, the benefit, the person it is meant for.
I cooked dinner for you. You are the purpose, the benefit, for you.
I brought the dinner to you. You are the destination. I physically delivered it to you.
Feel that subtle but beautiful difference. For, intended benefit. To, physical direction and delivery.
Now, the second major use of for, showing purpose, why something exists, what something is used for.
And here is something very important. When the purpose is a noun, use for. When the purpose is a verb, use to.
This knife is for cutting bread. Cutting bread, a gerund, a noun form, for cutting. The purpose is named as a noun.
I use this app for learning vocabulary. Learning, a gerund, a noun form, for learning. The purpose is a noun.
What is this tool for? For is asking about purpose. The answer will be a noun or gerund.
Now compare, I use this app to learn vocabulary. to learn, a verb. 2. The purpose is expressed as an action.
Both are correct, but notice the form that follows. Noun or gerund, for. Base verb, to.
For cutting, for learning, for cooking, for studying.
To cut, to learn, to cook, to study.
Same purpose, different form. For, noun. To, verb.
The third important use of for, duration of time. How long something has been happening.
I have been learning English for 3 years. For 3 years, a duration, a length of time.
She waited for 2 hours. For 2 hours, duration.
He has been working at that company for a decade. For a decade, a span of time.
For always carries time as a duration, a continuous stretch. How long something lasted or has been going on.
For 5 minutes, for a week, for my whole life, for as long as I can remember.
And the fourth use, expressing reason or cause. Why something is appreciated. Why something is known. Why something happened.
Thank you for your help. The reason for the thanks is help. For your help.
She is famous for her kindness. The reason for her fame. For her kindness.
He was rewarded for his honesty. The reason for the reward. For his honesty.
Sorry for the delay. The reason for the apology. For the delay.
For reason, for cause, for the thing that prompted the feeling or the action.
For is generous. For is purposeful. For always asks who benefits, or why, or how long, or what purpose does this serve.
Okay, let's put them directly next to each other now. This is where everything really clicks.
Let's go.
I went to the gym to exercise versus I went to the gym for a workout.
To exercise, a verb. The purpose is an action. To.
For a workout, a noun. The purpose is a thing. For.
Both sentences mean the same thing, but notice the form that follows, verb or noun. That decides to or for.
She called to say thank you versus she called for a reason.
To say, a verb follows to. For a reason, a noun follows for.
I bought flowers to give to her versus I bought flowers for her.
To give, action. The purpose is a verb, to give to her. For her, she is the beneficiary, a person. For her.
And notice, both to and for appear in that first sentence. I bought flowers to give to her. To give, purpose as verb, to her, direction toward the receiver.
English can use both in the same sentence, and it sounds completely natural.
This app is good to use versus this app is good for learning.
To use, a verb follows. For learning, a gerund, a noun form, follows. Both expressing what the app is good for. Different forms, different word.
I have lived here for 5 years versus I moved here to start a new life.
For 5 years, duration. For. To start, a verb, the purpose of moving. To.
She apologized for being late versus she apologized to his manager.
For being late, the reason for the apology, a gerund phrase. For. To his manager, the person who received the apology, the direction. To.
Again, both in one sentence. He apologized to his manager for being late. To, the receiver. For, the reason.
And now let's talk about the mistakes, because these are everywhere and completely understandable.
The most common one, using to instead of for with a gerund. People say, this book is good to improve your vocabulary.
Technically, this is acceptable in English, But the more natural form is, this book is good for improving your vocabulary, because improving is a gerund, a noun form, for improving.
To improve, also fine. But when you think of the book as a tool with a purpose, for is more natural.
Another very common one, I bought this to you, should be I bought this for you, because you are the beneficiary, the person it is intended for you, not to you.
To you would mean you are the physical destination of something being sent or given directly. For you means it was bought with you in mind, as a gift for your benefit.
Bought for, made for, done for. The beneficiary always takes for, not to.
And this one is very subtle. Thank you to your help should be thank you for your help. The reason for gratitude takes for, the cause, the thing being thanked for your help.
Thank you for, always. Never thank you to.
Now let's hear to and for living together in a real, natural conversation. Imagine a friend explaining why they have decided to go back to studying.
So I have finally made a decision. I am going to go back to university.
Oh, really? What made you decide that?
I want to improve my career prospects. I have been working in the same role for 6 years, and I feel stuck.
That makes sense. Is there a specific course you have in mind?
Yes, I am going to apply for a master's program in business. It is designed for people who want to move into leadership.
And are you ready for that kind of commitment? Going back to study after all this time?
Honestly, I am nervous, but I have been saving money for this for 2 years. I think it is time to take the leap.
I think it's wonderful. You've always had the talent for it. You just needed the courage to go for it.
Let's notice. Going back to university. To, direction, toward a place. To improve, to, followed by a verb, the purpose. For 6 years, for, duration. Apply for, a fixed phrase. Designed for people, for, who it benefits. Want to move, to, followed by a verb. Ready for, a fixed phrase. Going back to study, to, followed by a verb. Saving money for this, for, the purpose. For 2 years, for, duration. To take the leap, to, followed by a verb. Talent for it, for, what the talent is suited to. Courage to go, to, followed by a verb.
Both words, the whole conversation, flowing naturally, each one in exactly the right place.
Because once you feel the difference, to for verbs and direction, for nouns and benefit and duration, they just come out naturally.
To moves, for gives, and now both are yours.
Final part. And as always, let's practice together before we say goodbye.
I will give you a sentence with a blank. Choose to or for. Think about what follows. Is it a verb? Is it a noun? Is it a person? A duration? A reason? Then William gives the answer.
Ready? Here we go.
I am studying hard, blank, get a better job.
2. A verb follows. Get. The purpose is an action. To get a better job.
She baked a cake, blank, her mother's birthday.
4. Her mother's birthday. A noun phrase. A beneficiary and a reason. For her mother's birthday.
He has been waiting, blank, almost an hour.
4. Almost an hour. A duration. A length of time. For almost an hour.
This meeting is blank, discuss the new project.
2. Discuss. A verb follows. The purpose is an action. This meeting is to discuss the new project.
I am really grateful, blank, everything you have done.
4. Everything you have done. A noun phrase. The reason for the gratitude. Grateful for everything.
She left early, blank, catch the last train.
2. Catch. A verb follows. The purpose of leaving.
to catch the last train.
This classroom is designed blank interactive learning.
4. Interactive learning, a gerund, a noun form, the purpose the classroom serves. For interactive learning.
I sent the report blank my supervisor this morning.
2. My supervisor, the recipient of the report, the direction of sending. To my supervisor. Wonderful, every single one. To before a verb or a recipient. For before a noun, gerund, person, duration, or reason.
Let's close with the final summary. Clear, simple, yours forever.
2. Use it before a verb in its base form to show purpose as an action. Use it to show physical direction and destination. Use it to show who receives something after verbs like give, send, show, explain, tell.
4. Use it before a noun or gerund to show purpose as a thing. Use it to show who benefits, the person or thing something is intended for. Use it to show duration, how long something has been happening. Use it to show reason or cause, why something is appreciated, or why something happened.
The quick check. Does a verb follow? Use to. Does a noun, noun-like thing, person, duration, or reason follow? Use for.
Verb follows, to. Noun or noun-like thing follows, for.
Say it one last time with us. Verb follows, to. Noun or noun-like thing follows, for.
That is your compass. That is your guide.
And remember, even if you mix them up sometimes in the moment, you will be understood. People hear your meaning. But every time you choose the right one, your English sounds more natural, more confident, more flowing.
And that is exactly what we want for you. Not perfect English, flowing English. English that feels like yours.
You have been showing up for yourself by listening to this podcast, and we are grateful for every single one of you.
Did you notice? Showing up for yourself? For, the beneficiary is yourself. Grateful for every one of you. For, the reason for gratitude. To and for, everywhere, always.
It never stops, and we hope it never does.
If today's episode helped you, please share it with someone who is learning English. Let's keep growing this community together.
Subscribe to English Flow Podcast and come back every week for real, natural, flowing English made just for you.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm William. Keep flowing.